some news. The Browns will, in fact, have a local guy visiting them. Defensive tackle Michael Hall Jr. played high school football at Streetsboro. Will visit the Browns early next month. Pre-draft visits with the Vikings, Texans, Packers, and Chiefs. Casey, guy from Ohio State, a little undersized but quick, so it fits kind of what Jim Schwartz likes as well.
Yeah, and I will also say this. Pay attention to who they bring in for their 30 visits. Because last year, DeJuan Jones was one of those guys, and we thought it was like, why would they do that? They're not going to have a shot to draft him, and you see how it pays off. But a lot of time, this is gathering intel. They'll bring in someone they probably don't have an idea that they could draft, but that might benefit 2-3 years down the line if they become available. And Michael Hall is a gap shooter, super athletic, really gets vertical quickly. He'll have to work on some of his power moves. He's that tweener. Being less than 300 pounds at defensive tackle isn't the death sentence that he used to be, but he's primarily be a pass rusher early in his career. But I'll tell you right now, I like his game. I don't know if there's room for him the way this roster is constructed currently, but I'm definitely intrigued, and I'll be following to see where he goes.
All right, so here's another one. This one just as of late. Josh Edwards, CBS. Western Kentucky wide receiver Malachi Corley has his 30 visits set up. Browns, also Ravens and Steelers, but Browns are one of the visits that Malachi Corley from Western Kentucky will be taking. Again, that's one of those wide receivers, and you mentioned you kind of look at it as a puzzle piece. That's a piece that the Browns don't have in that wide receiving core. Huge yard after catch guy that, I think he calls himself the Yak King.
Yeah, that's a piece that not many teams have, to be honest with you, that kind of physical receiver. And I've heard him comp to Deebo Samuel several times during this draft cycle. When I watched him, I see Anquan Bolden. I mean, he's violent out there. And he's someone that he'll probably be available in that range, So this is an interesting one for him to come in. And he, like you said, man, there's a lot of varying skill sets in that wide receiver room. What he brings to the table isn't already here. So that's someone definitely to keep an eye on going forward.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know what? Deebo Samuel and Anquan Bolden, you take both of them because both of them find a way to get tough yards and get into the end zone as well.
Yeah, and just that physical presence. I know the game's changed over the years, but, seems fitting if you're in the AFC North to have a punishing receiver and give those other teams the business they gave us all those years.